Good morning and welcome to my weekly soul coaching. Yes, there's a change in the name if you used to be it being called Weekly Soul Guidance. I'm Rebecca, the founder of Libra Lights. So it's spring equinox today. So what better time to have a spring clean of the Weekly Soul Guidance? Now, the reason that I've changed it to Weekly Soul Coaching is because at the end of last year, I qualified as a Master Spiritual Life Coach. And I wanted to bring more of that into my free gift to you, which are these weekly videos. I wanted to bring in more of the techniques around the coaching so that it would be more useful for you and you'd get more out of it. So I'm still in Spain, still in Madeira. You might hear a bit of background noise from the neighbours as we're talking. So if you really want to dig deep and work hard with these videos, I've created an extra step. So I'm still going to be using cards and asking questions. The questions are going to be different, you'll see in a minute. But there's also a document that you can download that will go with these weekly lives. Now, in the text that comes with this video, if you're watching on YouTube, on Facebook or Instagram, there's a link where you can go to the document and download it to your device. I've made it digitally fillable, is that a word? So you don't have to print it off and use paper if you don't want to. You can fill it in on your device. And then each week you can save it with your answers in it as the date of that week. So week commencing 20th of March for this week. And then next week you'd fill another document in and save it as that week. And then you can track your progress. Shall we have a look at the document before we actually get going? So let me share. So it looks like this. Bear with me. So these are the 4 questions that we're going to be asking. And as I said, you can type into this document. So you do not need to print stuff, which is brilliant. So the first question of the week that I'll be asking every week is, how do you want to feel at the end of this week? Now, to help you with that, because I know from working with clients, sometimes it's really hard to find the word for the emotion. So I've created a list of positive emotions. So you have a think about how you want to feel on Sunday night of this week. Look at the camera, Rebecca. I'm looking at myself in the top right. So at this point of the video, maybe you want to pause it and have a think about how you want to feel by the end of the week. Now, listen, you don't have to do this extra work if you've got enough going on in your life already. Just listen. Just listen to these videos. So have a think. How do you want to feel? Blissful, satisfied, united at the end of the week? And you're going to type your answer in there if you want to go this deep. So if you want to get the most out of these free weekly videos, then I do suggest you do this work and make the most of this free gift that I'm giving you. Now, a few other things I wanted to mention. You may have, up until today, like last week, been feeling so much energy, emotional, don't know what you're doing, where you're going. And that's because there is a lot going on this week. As I've already said, it's spring equinox today, which is often a time where we want to do a spring clean. We want to spruce things up in our life. It's new moon in Aries tomorrow, the beginning of the new astrological year. And that's when we want to write down our wishes. And also, I think it's on Thursday, Pluto goes into Aquarius, which hasn't happened since 1757. Pluto, the planet of destruction and change. So we may be feeling this week or last week leading up to this week, this pressure to make big changes, which is why it's ideal that we're doing this work now. So how do you want to feel by the end of this week? In what way do you want to feel changed? So once you've got that emotion decided on, I'll then start pulling the cards for the other answers. So the idea here is that you type some of the guidance that we're going to get from Archangel Metatron using the Archangel Metatron deck into these fields, as well as your own notes. So let's see, where are you now in terms of the way you want to feel Sunday night? So we have the void. So where are you now? You're feeling like you want to retreat from all of these energies. You want to cut yourself off. You just want to be on yourself in your room. You don't want to go out for coffee with friends. You don't want to answer the phone. You just want to pretend it's all not happening. This is where you are now. You feel like you need a rest. Look at the camera, Rebecca. And you feel like you're going into a black hole, further and further downwards. So not in a good place. But it's no wonder sometimes we want to retreat with all these astrological energies, solar flares, moon energies, on top of just what's going on in our own life. It's difficult, and I can feel that it's difficult. So how can this be accomplished? Archangel Metatron's my main spirit guide, and we're going to be working with him on this spiritual life coaching each week. How can this feeling that you want to feel on Sunday night be accomplished? How can you get out of this hole? How can you get out of wanting to hide yourself away? As above, so below. So this card talks about heaven and earth. We've got the reflection of a beautiful, I think that's a willow tree, although it looks like it's got blossom on it. It reminds me of the trees in South Carolina. A reflection in the lake of that tree. So the way that we feel inside, the thoughts that we're having in our head, are a reflection of our world around us. So if we can really work on what we're telling ourselves every day, who we're surrounding ourselves with, what we're taking in, what we're listening to, what we're seeing on the television, if we can have better control over that, as in really be conscious of what we're allowing into our space, then our outer world will become more positive. Let's have a look at what the book says. This deck's by Amanda Ellis. Absolutely love it. I don't know if you know she's got a new deck coming out. You can pre-order it on Amazon. It's the Christ Consciousness deck, and I am so excited for it to come. So, you're reminded that the rewards of heaven are accessible to you now here on earth. Sometimes we think, if I do that, then I'll be happy. If I can be that, I'll be happy. When I have that, I'll be happy. This card is telling you, no, happiness is within your reach now, within your current situation. How? You don't have to wait for an imaginary place and state of plenty and peace, a heaven that is out of reach and inaccessible. Heaven can be here today, as can all the glories of the beauty of God available in each waking moment. So this feeling that you want to feel Sunday night is available to you now. Look at the symmetry of the majestic blossoming tree. Reflected in the water, it shows that all is the same, both above and below. The soft, luscious colours of the tree and its bountiful riches speak to our heart of the jewels of heaven which are free to all, not needing to be earned or worked toward. This represents our natural state of abundance and joy, our eternal birthright, always. Overladen with petals, the flowering branches, reaching out and extending down to earth, offer enough for everyone. It's just waiting to be noticed. Let me stop the share so that you can see more of this card. So it's waiting to be noticed, appreciated, and absorbed. Heaven is here, it says. And it is. It's in the flowers that you notice, on the walks you go on. It's in the different coloured greens of the leaves of the trees. It's in the water of the river and the reflection of the sun. It's there. Stop thinking that it's not within reach. Spiritual growth requires both opening up to higher states and grounding yourself, nourishing what is below. Otherwise, anything gained is temporary, fleeting, and unbalanced. Pulling this card implies that attention to this is required now, attention to your spiritual growth. Earth is your home and heaven is here with us. Look and seek and you will find, and it be it. So what can you do today to work towards your spiritual growth? Can you meditate? Can you read a spiritual book? Can you work with your third eye and opening it? Can you listen to a spiritual teacher? All of this will help you to realize that heaven is actually here with us now. Lovely message. So where are you now? You're in a hole, wanting to retreat. How can you accomplish this desired feeling that you want Sunday night? By recognizing that heaven is here with you now. Obstacles, what can stop you getting there then? The last card. What could stop us getting here this week? Archangel Metatron. So we've got, it's card number 1 in the deck actually, this one of my favourites. Sorry, the light's not very good, is it here? We've got joy and happiness, we've got the beautiful bumblebee. And I'm just going to go and grab a crystal that goes really well with this card. And that actually came out in my Thursday night live readings. If you don't know, in my private Facebook, I go live every Thursday night. And this Thursday I did lithomancy readings. Does anybody know what this is? It's Bumblebee Jasper. Goes fabulous with this card. So I think what's going to stop you getting there, again, is not seeing the beauty that is around you. So just walking with your head down. There's a card in here that's called Detached from the Drama, and there's a girl sat with the head down. If you're going to go through the week like that, you're not going to see the beauty that's around you. Look at the gorgeous flowers behind me. You're not going to notice the beautiful bumblebee, the sunflowers. You're not going to notice the flowers starting to bud because it's spring equinox. Spring is leaping forward. The blossoms are starting to bud on the trees. You're just not going to notice all of these beautiful things around you. So an obstacle, what's going to stop you, is just walking around with your head down, feeling numb to everything. You need to find a way of unnumbing yourself, Archangel Metatron saying. Now, obviously, one way is if you have a Bumblebee Jasper crystal, carry this around with you all week. If you don't, what crystal in your set does bring up that feeling of joy and happiness? So this says, feel the magnificence of the yellow healing ray penetrating deep into your soul. To absorb the gifts and blessings of yellow is to allow in vibrations of happiness, joy, laughter, childhood, innocence, play, and the sun as the life force of our world. To get some yellow into your life this week, maybe you could buy yourself a bunch of yellow flowers and put them in your house. Let it lift your spirit and mood. This image of the sun works directly on your solar plexus chakra, which is just in the center of your ribs, your power center. Tune into your stomach, see if it's happy with what's been fed. Are you eating fresh, really good vibrational foods, fresh fruit, fresh vegetables? So an obstacle to stop you to get into this desired feeling on Sunday would be eating low vibrational foods, junk food. The bee at the center of this card symbolizes the need to reach out to others and be sociable and appreciate what others can bring to our lives. So get out of this hole, get out of the house, book a coffee date with a friend who you know will just hold space for you and listen to you. Don't be so serious all the time. Have a childlike curiosity for life's riches, and not to fear life, but to find a place for doing what we love. And it's a reminder too, yellow, the colour yellow is, that after any storm we pass through in life that knocks us down and saddens us, the sun's energy can restore us back to your prolific best. Hopefully you'll get some gorgeous sun in England this week. So obstacles that could stop you is staying in this hole that you're in and not making any moves to come out of it, not feeling the sun on your skin, not noticing and appreciating the bumblebees and the flowers. Lift your head up this week and notice that heaven is actually here. So that's the end of the cards that I'm going to pull. The bottom box on the sheet, I'll just share the screen again, is at the end of the week for you to review. Did you reach the feeling that you wanted to reach at the beginning of the week? Yes or no? If it's a yes, how do you think you reached it? If it's a no, what do you think went wrong? What stopped you from reaching it? And just having that awareness will then prepare you for the following week. Maybe you'll be able to look out for that thing that stopped you getting there and put something in place so that it doesn't stop you the following week. So I'm really excited about this new format for my videos. Let me know what you think, especially at the end of the week. Let me know if you achieved your desired feeling or not. I'd really love some feedback. So enjoy spring equinox today. This morning I went down to the beach and got up for the sunrise, did a little spring equinox ritual. It was beautiful. Tomorrow's new moon and Thursday Pluto goes into Aquarius. So just be aware of all that energy buzzing around you this week. And you just be at the centre of the storm, nice and peaceful. And remember, you are a unique soul and you are very much needed on this planet at this time. Until next week, goodbye.